Hi Penny, thank you so much for coming in today and thanks for being on time.
Thanks for seeing me. I'm really sorry I have to leave early today.
Oh, okay, sure, no worries. So have you got somewhere that you need to be?
Yeah, I've got to go pick up my kids from school.
Oh, okay, no worries. So have we got about 15 minutes? Is that roughly the time? Okay, thank you so much for letting me know about that time. That really helps me a lot. So we've got about 15 or so minutes, is that right? Now, my name's Kellie and I'm the generalist intake worker here at the Community Health Centre. Now, have you been here before?
Yeah, I've been here a couple of times just to see the nurses.
Oh, okay, great, no worries. So you're familiar with the building, but do you know about a lot of the other services that we have here?
Not that much.
Okay, no worries. So I can tell you a little bit about what else we can offer here for you, but what is it that you've actually come in today for?
I thought I'd come in and maybe see a counsellor. It's just my kids have gone to school and just it'd be nice to just chat to somebody about how things have changed, you know, from being a stay-at-home mum. Now.
Okay, no worries. Well, thank you. I'm sure that one of our generalist counsellors will definitely be able to help. So before I get started, I do need to let you know that everything you say here to me today is confidential unless you tell me that you're going to harm yourself or somebody else. Then I have a duty of care to act on that. The other thing that you've mentioned is you have two children. Now, what are their names?
Sam and Daisy.
Okay, so Sam and Daisy. And what are their ages?
Sam's 8 and Daisy's 6.
Oh, gorgeous. So just brand new at school. Yeah, okay, great. And so with Sam and Daisy, we also have a duty of care to the children as well. And so if you tell me that they're in any danger or anything else, then I will certainly need to speak to my supervisor about that as well.
Thanks for letting me know.
Oh, no, that's fine, because we do have some of our workers here are mandated by law to report if there's any danger to children. So it's important that I let you know that up front. Okay. But I wouldn't do anything without talking to you about it in this first instance, in this appointment today. Okay, so you've mentioned that you'd like to see a generalist counsellor because things sound like they've changed a little bit, is that right?
Yeah, things are just, you know, they've changed at home. Like I'm married to my husband George, and it's just things are all a bit different now, and with the kids being at school, I just thought I might talk to somebody.
Yeah, so you mentioned that things have changed. Changed in what way?
It's different now. I you know, spent most of my time being a stay-at-home mum, and now the kids are at school. Just things are just a bit different at home. Like things are different with my husband George as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
George he's just gotten angrier and angrier over time, and I just want to chat to someone to see if it's something I've done. Like it would just be good to have a chat and see if there's any way that I can help and make things better at home.
And so we mentioned that George gets angry. What does that look like when George gets angry?
He yells a lot. You know, sometimes he calls me names, and he can just he gets really angry.
And how does that make you feel?
I don't know. Like, really upset.
I could imagine. Do you feel scared when he yells?
Sometimes I feel scared because he gets really angry, and you know, he can be really angry.
And does he yell or put down the children in any way, the same way he does to you?
No, he yells at me if he thinks the kids are doing something wrong. He yells at me. So he hasn't done anything to the children. No.
Okay. And so is this something that you've spoken to George about? Does he know that you're coming in to see a counsellor?
No.
Okay.
He doesn't know.
Yeah. And would there be a problem if George did know? Like, do you feel comfortable telling him that you're seeing a counsellor, or would you?
I wouldn't want to tell him at all. I don't think he'll understand, and he'll just yell.
That's okay. So it's just more counselling for yourself that you're wanting. Yeah. And are there times where you feel you need to keep you and the kids safe?
Yeah. Like when he gets really angry, I try to make sure that the kids go to their room, and, you know, I just let them know that they can maybe do some homework or play with their toys, have some, you know, Daisy time or have some Sam time. So just so they're not hearing it and like, you know, not seeing it. Like that it's his father, their father. I don't want them to think of him in a bad light or anything like that. Yeah.
So would it be right in saying that you feel worried about the kids and making sure that they're staying away from the verbal abuse and the
Yeah, it is a worry. I get worried a lot.
Yeah. Has George done anything else when he's gotten angry?
He's pushed me a couple of times.
Okay, so he's actually gotten physical.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But, you know, he's sorry. He's always sorry after it happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just because he's angry, and it's just, you know, sometimes when you're angry, you do things that you don't mean to do.
Do you feel scared when George pushes you?
Yeah. I do. It hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that physically it hurts?
Yeah.
As well as, I can only imagine how much pain that would be for you as well emotionally, being that this is someone that you love. Yeah. You love George?
Yeah, he's my husband.
Yeah.
You know, of course I love him. You gotta love the good and the bad and everything that comes with it.
Yeah. That must be really hard.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it can be really hard. But, you know, I'm married to him and I've got children with him, and I just want to make it as peaceful as possible.
No, and I understand that because, you know, life gets pretty tough as it is, let alone things like this happening. There's lots for mums to do, isn't there? Yeah. So do you think at all that the children feel unsafe or scared as well?
Sometimes I think they are.
Yeah.
But, you know, I try to make them safe. You know, I always... I notice things, like I notice when he's going to get angry, and I just remind the kids to go to their room and play and maybe do their homework. Yeah. So they're not there when he is getting that angry. Yeah.
So something's a little bit different though in the situation that you've just told me here, because what you're experiencing to me, and I just want to make sure that I've got this right, is something that's called domestic family violence. Have you heard of that before?
No. What is it?
So domestic and family violence is where one person in the relationship has a power and control imbalance over the other person. So things like physical abuse, so pushing, hitting, throwing things. You've mentioned pushing, so certainly that's a tick in the box of physical abuse. You've mentioned verbal abuse. He's yelling at you. He's put you down. Yes. And also the emotional and psychological abuse. Because do you get worried?
Yeah, I do.
About what George's behaviour might be?
It worries me, you know. It just... Well, there must be something wrong with me. Why else would you be angry? Yeah.
And I can understand that might be why you want to come and see a counsellor, is that right?
Yeah.
But can I just say, Penny, that for people living in domestic and family violence, they'll often feel like it's their fault or it's because of, when actually it's not. The issue is with George. Is he violent with people at his work?
No, he's not violent.
No, so it's something he can control in that sense. And so a lot won't change until the violence is actually addressed, and George may need to be a part of that. But what I can help you with today is to give you some phone numbers and some referrals for a domestic family violence specialist service, but also for internally for our generalist counsellor, who will also be able to help you in this area. What I would suggest, if it's okay with you, is for you to actually speak with one of the counsellors here, but I think you also would benefit from speaking to somebody who works specifically to domestic family violence service. Now, I know we're limited for time today, but is that something you'd be interested in doing?
I think maybe seeing a counsellor first would be... Yeah.
And so just to help me help the counsellor have some information, because thank you so much for sharing everything that you have so far, but I'd just like to ask a couple of more questions about you and the kids. Do you feel safe to go home tonight?
Well, I think I do. But like, where else would I go? I think I feel safe.
Yeah. Well, just in wanting to explore that a little bit, do you have somewhere safe that you could go, like a family member's or a friend's? No.
Yeah. No one
Okay.
knows.
No one else knows. Okay, yeah. And so it shows me the more importance of why I need to give you some phone numbers to connect with people that can help you if violence does escalate.
Yeah.
Has the violence been getting worse? Has it been escalating?
Well, maybe. Well, he never used to push or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's just been happening quite recently.
Okay, yeah. And has it been becoming more frequent?
Yeah, when he gets really angry.
Okay, yeah. So that's telling me that, it is escalating more over time, which means that, it is important that you find some ways to keep yourself and the kids safe. We do also have some legal services here that can provide legal support if you and the generalist counsellor or a domestic and family violence counsellor would like to explore those options together. Then we do have those services available here, which means that all the information that I'm recording today and passing on to the generalist counsellor can also, with your permission, be passed on to the legal support services as well.
Yep.
Okay. Now, one of the things I just also want to highlight is that everybody has the right to live free from violence. So even though you love George and you're married to George, violence is unacceptable, particularly when it comes to the children as well, and even witnessing violence can cause such damaging effects for the kids. So speaking to somebody about that will be really important. Yeah. So again, I know you're conscious of time, so I'd like to give you a card, if that's okay, with some information for 1-800-RESPECT, which is a telephone crisis support service for people experiencing domestic and family violence. Now, is it safe for you to have that card in your bag or your phone?
It might probably be safer for me to put it into my phone, so I'll probably pop the details in and discard the card.
Okay, that'd be great. Just in case, George. Does George go through your things at all?
Sometimes he can.
Okay, yeah, no worries. That's fine. So there's some trained counsellors there who know how to help people who are living in domestic and family violence, just like yourself and the kids, Penny. The other number on here is for Lifeline. So Lifeline can help you to talk about how you're feeling or to help you through that crisis, that you're experiencing at that time. But if you feel unsafe in any way, please don't hesitate to call the police on 000. Okay. One of the things I do need to let you know is that I definitely will need to have a chat with my supervisor, if that's okay, just about the children, and just to let you know that if the children are in any danger, then that's something that we do need to do something about. But I could only imagine that you, as their mum who's been protecting them for all this time, would also want to keep them safe as well. So we'll have a talk with you about that. I might talk to my manager, if that's okay, when you go to pick the kids up from school. Now, we do have a couple of appointments available for tomorrow morning to see the generalist counsellor, which is for the after-school drop-off. Would it be okay to book you into one of those?
Yes, that'd be fine.
Yeah. And if we needed to call you at all, just to check in on you, or after I speak to my supervisor, she may want to find out a bit more information about the kids. Is it okay to call you on your mobile number that we have here?
Yeah, as long as it's during work hours, because
Okay.
I don't want George to know.
Sure. And what time does George work till?
About 4 o'clock.
Okay, so till about 4 o'clock. Yep. Okay, no worries. And now, if you can't make the appointment tomorrow, please give us a call, and our number's on here as well.
Thank you.
If you don't show up to the appointment and we haven't heard from you, I will give you a call, just, to make sure that everything's okay.
Yep.
Now, if you're not safe at all tonight, if you feel at any point that something's going to escalate, that you and the kids will be in any danger, please call the police. So that's 000. Please make sure you call that. Some people feel a bit reluctant to do that, but please know that it's what we need to do so that you guys can be safe. All right, but I just want to say thank you for being honest, and it's very brave to share what you've been through, considering you haven't told anybody else as well. And I will pass on, if I have your verbal permission, to pass this on to our generalist counsellor, and then she can pick up the conversation tomorrow, if that's okay with you.
That's fine. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you, Penny.
Thanks for seeing me.